Time to put the foot down and head for the seaside in the Silurian. On a remote stretch of the Western Australian coast, the 21st century Indian Ocean eats away at an ancient Silurian shoreline. Wind and water have exposed the burrows of long-gone animals in the sandy coastal cliffs. The original inhabitants of the burrows remain a mystery, but not the predators attracted by such rich pickings along the prehistoric shoreline. Clues to their identity are revealed in the rocks of nearby Kalbarri National Park.
My goodness, what a view.
Here, the Murchison River has sliced a spectacular gorge deep into the Silurian past.
The Murchison Gorge back in the Silurian wasn't a gorge at all, of course. It was a vast estuarine floodplain with rivers winding down from the hills in the distance, carrying sand into the sea. But for the first time in the history of the planet, those Silurian shorelines down there were alive with animal activity.
This may not have been a good time to take the kids to the beach. Armies of sea scorpions in shallows. Known to paleontologists as rhinoceros, these giant arthropods could grow as long as a man's leg, and they glisten with armoured legs and fearsome claws. Far less threatening was this bloke. Calbaria was probably an ancestor of modern crustaceans and grew about as long as a king prawn. Whether in search of food, a safe place to mate, or simply to avoid the nasty neighbours, Calbaria clambered ashore and left clear imprints of its many tiny feet in the rocks. A descent into Murchison Gorge takes you back to those ancient Silurian shorelines for a walk in the footsteps of prehistory. All in a day's work for Kalbarri Ranger Mike Paxman.
It's amazing the amount of time that goes past to make so many layers in a gorge like this.
Each one's different.
Yeah.
It has its own character.
Down here, it soon becomes clear that the sea scorpions followed Calbaria ashore.
This is what we call track central.
I can see why.
Yeah.
There are tracks everywhere.
This is probably the best site in the park to look at these Eurypterid tracks. Our animals come through here,
So in shallow water.
shallow water.
Okay, been slipping and sliding a little bit as it comes around the corner.
That's exactly right.
But here, I mean, I can see clearly this is kind of sloppy looking track
Yep,
here.
it is, it
but
is.
once you come over here, you start seeing really discrete footprints. Clear graphic demonstration of a creature walking out of the water and onto dry land.
And where we are here in the depth of the gorge, we're in the oldest of the Silurian sediments in this area.
Quite a historic little spot you've got here.
Very, very.
The Kalbarri trackway are the oldest direct and even though these formidable beasts could not stray far from the water's edge, a beachhead had been established.
So this seems to be how the animal invasion of the land. A scary assault